DJ Shok.
Looking for a side day. If you're looking for a man to love you, be there. Me say be there. Oh, God, be there. If you want a man to show you real love, be there. Feel like you're fire with desire. Wire, with the wire. Get your fire. Been watching you from this morning, from the high tower. Hear that you're looking for a real king, so I come over. That's your require, and I inquire to solve this choir. Yeah. If you're looking for a man to love you, be there. Me say be there. Oh, God, be there. If you want a man to show you real love, be there. Feel like you're fire with desire. Wire, with the wire. Get your fire. Don't make your bumper come cross me and not give me a wine. No. I don't know what to tell you, your man just a waste of time. Me and you both know that thing where you have is really mine. Got him a waste man, and you don't know him out of time. He don't know about the late night text, you text me last night, him vex because him no say. Me I feel up your legs and expose your brutes, them boy you turn next and not a foreplay. Eh, God, I know you want it, be looking at you all night. I know you want it. So alright. If you're looking for a man to love you, be there. Me say be there.
Well, if you're looking for a man to love ya, well, we're there, Bridget. Yeah, man, it's New Muzik Mondays. Lanzo and DJ C-Lioness. And off the bat, this was one that we both knew we both liked, so I thought we'd start it a little different. And rarely do we start on a dancehall vibe. And this is an all-star cast of Egyptian, Kali Buds, and I believe it's produced by Ricky Blaze. And I know why I like this song. There was a reason I like this song, but what are your thoughts?
What's my reason that I like it? Well, you know, so this is the team that came out with Ricky Blaze and Egyptian came out with Hold Ya. So they're, you know, this is they've teamed up again. They're putting out this track. I mean, it's just hot. It's sexy. It's a sexy vibe, just like Hold Ya was.
I agree. And I don't know, this is something I don't normally reveal, but I work for a company called Promo Only. And Promo Only is like a record pool service. And I help compile their Caribbean series, which is under their Latin series, believe it or not, because Promo Only does, on the Caribbean series, does reggae, dancehall, soca, and reggaeton. So that's how it falls under the Caribbean and the Latin. It's under the Latin, but it's the Caribbean series, so it's Caribbean-based music because reggaeton's from the Caribbean. And this song I thought was a good song that might have that Caribbean dancehall crossover vibe. And that's where that comes from. C-Lioness, we always, with New Muzik Mondays, when we do it as a vlog, we have her play hers couple of songs she likes towards the end. And this is also why it's a little different, because this was one that we both... But I'm going to go into a couple of tracks that were just kind of one-offs. And we're going to feature some songs from 3 different new albums. Taiwan MC Special Request, Mystic Revealers, Jaja People, and Singing Melodies, The Next Chapter. Before we get into those, like I said, we're going to feature a couple of tracks. This is Naphtali, who's an artist I've definitely been catching my ear a bit lately. This says this is the Rob Smith dub remix. It's a song called Pure and Divine. I don't know the original. This is the only one. This just came out. It's an interesting track, and it's one of those. Some of my favorite songs seem to be the ones that grow on me. Yeah. The ones that I don't. They're not always my favorite right away, but the more I play them. Yeah. And let me know if this. Well, we won't know this until the future, but maybe this might be one for you, and if not, maybe for you guys. Pure and Divine featuring Naphtali, the Rob Smith dub remix. Whatever that means, but I guess we'll find out. It's New Music Mondays. Haha. figured it out. Sounds like Donna Summer and the Supremes. Off her latest album, Chelsea Stewart, this is the latest single, Do You Love Me? And she's definitely, C-Lioness recognized the name, and we have featured her in a previous edition. What are your thoughts on this one?
I love it. I love the vibe to it. Where is she from?
She's from Canada.
Canada, that's right, yeah. We were just talking about, I love that, reggae is truly worldwide. And I think that from every time you get an artist from a different country, like they're sort of bringing some little different flavor. Like on Kulcha Shok Reggae Sundays the other day, you played that artist Summer from Spain. Oh, she's not from Spain. Okay. Well, anyways, but I love this like world vibe we're getting with reggae. And this artist I love her voice, love her vibe. Go ahead. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. And then also, so the next song Lance is going to play, Cass Haley. We were just talking about how he's kind of a rock, reggae, mashup vibe. And most of all, it's positive vibes. So I think we both really like that about this track. And we were both feeling it when we were driving around Miami earlier. So.
Yeah, for sure. It's, Cass Haley's signed or does work with Easy Star. He was he was the finalist of America's Got Talent, and he's done some kind of like that singer-songwriter, surfer, reggae style kind of music, and this is something that's a little more, I would say, rock-oriented, but not like anything heavy, but it's definitely a good vibe, as she mentioned. It's just positive. It's just good vibes all the way through, and I think you guys will like this one too, even though it's not like hardcore reggae. It is a good tune. Cass Haley, All the Right People, New Muzik Mondays.
Tap dancing, I'm on my way. I was built to face the day. Shaped in size to get the job done. I'm gonna put my toes up and just have a little fun. Singing all the right people are here. All the right people are there. All the right people got all the right people. All the right people. Yeah. Bridge builder, connecting the dots. Your footsteps show can mean a lot. Sweet exchange when your eyes meet mine, and we put our phones down and just share a little time, singing all the right people are here. All the right people are there. All the right people got all the right people. All the right people, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's good, y'all. Wow. What? No. Tiptoeing through your day. Halfway scared you done went the wrong way. You weren't raised to be this undone. You better put your heels down and just have a little fun. Singing all the right people are here. All the right people are there. All the right people got all the right people. All the right people, yeah. Oh, all the right people are here. All the right people are there. All the right people got all the right people. All torch and the wicked catch a fire. Tell you what I want. When they get to you, them try fi better, and the system try fi turn them in a shatter. Tell you what I want. One Babylon, highly Selassie rain down, lightning and thunder. Tell you what I want. Tell you what I want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Worries when the youth them side the truth and start refine the frequencies where them mind are use and purify them thoughts and them desires too while meditating in a little quiet room. And worries when them realize the earth is a living being and we assist the revolution by living clean. But with this 5G magnetical killing field, destruction of them only possibility. Tell you what I want. When the Rasta man them come together like the torch and the wicked catch a fire. Tell you what I want. When they get to you, them try fi better and the system try fi turn them in a shatter. Tell you what I want. One Babylon, highly Selassie rain down, lightning and thunder. Tell you what I want. Tell you what I want. Okay, I hear them a go feel. Never this Selassie, I will bust the 7 sea. Okay, I hear them a go feel. Every ex-government fi bow down on knees. Revolution must be solution. Speak out your message to the institution. Them and them corruption bring beer pollution. That now go help build with generation.
Tell you what I want. When the Rasta man them come together like the torch and the wicked catch a fire. Tell you what I want. When they get to you, them try fi better and the system try fi turn them in a shatter. Tell you what I want. One Babylon, highly Selassie rain down, lightning and thunder. Tell you what I want. Tell you what I want.
Pressure bus pipe and archangel.
Brand new music on New Music Mondays. That's what you get. And just a reminder that New Music Mondays is an extension of Culture Shok's weekly musical blog called Shockwave, reviewing anything with Caribbean roots. Predominantly reggae is what we mostly come across, but you'll get ska, reggae rock, soca, calypso, zouk, a little bit of, anything that's Caribbean based. But it's your weekly edition of new music, and what we do is we screen it all. So it's basically, I'll go through hundreds of songs every week and put what I think is the best. If there's a review, that means it's something that stands out. If there's just a link to the song, then it's something we find is good, not outstanding, but still good enough to play, good enough to talk about. And that is one of those songs that I'm on the fence about. Is this something that I'm going to play regularly, like when there's a crowd, or is this something just for the radio? It's Archangel, Pressure Bus Pipe, and Kabaka Pyramid, and it's Light the Torch. I mean, the production's great, the lineup is intriguing, the talent is there. Would this be a song that you would play at an event if it were the right time, the right place, space? What are your thoughts?
Yes, I definitely would. And I played it, I think, last week on Reggae Sundays Radio, or maybe the week before. I really like this track. I hear what you're saying. I mean, I think it's a good staple track. It's got, good vibes, good beat. I like the tempo of it, and I like the horns, on that rhythm. And yeah, I love all those artists on that. And you were telling me, like, Archangel's kind of new to me, but you were telling me that, that's like up-and-coming artists. You said Sinai Kings, that's who he's with. They're kind of pushing him, in I-grade. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a really, like, interesting artist, for sure.
Definitely. Then we said we're going to get into some albums. And if you've never heard of Taiwan MC, an interesting name, somebody that's been around since the drum and bass days. The latest album is called Special Request, If you haven't heard of him, well, now's a good time, and Special Request is a good place to start. He is like definitely on the up. Like every time I hear his music, it's getting better. It's unaltered talent, and one of the key things to this album, Special Request, is the versatility that he shows. He speaks in English, he speaks in Spanish. I don't really know his background, but he's got a lot of combinations with people that I've never heard. He's definitely based in Europe. He's got some dancehall stuff. He's got reggae. He's got a little bit of an electro vibe, which I think comes from his dancehall days. I'm playing 2 songs off the album today, and these are probably my 2 favorite. This first one's called Hot Today. Sunshine is the second one. The tempo is a little up, but the vibe is a little more mellow, so to speak. But this is New Muzik Mondaze, Taiwan MC, Hot Today from the album Special Request. This is how we do.
Yeah, you're so hot today, when we day. Make we cool it just like lemonade. Girl, you're so hot today, it's holiday. Make we cool it, make we cool it, make we cool it, yeah. Hot today, when we day. Make we cool it, make we cool it, make we cool it, yeah. Come make we cool it, yeah. So many pretty girls in the dance, somebody ring the alarm. Ring the alarm, oh oh. So many auntie girls in the dance, it's like a tropical storm. Tropical storm, hey hey. I am the X-Man, we come in the original hit song. The lyrics that make me rich man, we come in the place with a wristband. See the girl them a wristband, when they hear the #1 song. For the land up on the island, you know the vibes not right. Yes, you know you are the champion, bubble up ain't no competition. Anytime you white it a danger, yes you said the area on fire. And for the girl them in a London, in a Paris or in a Taiwan. How them want? The rough wine that. Yeah, you're so hot today, when we day. One of his squeezy just like lemonade. Girl, you're so hot today, it's holiday. One of his squeezy just like lemonade. Girl, you're hotter than pepper, hotter than fire, hotter than a volcano. Better than then, you would have them gone. We know you're on the show, my girl, you're sweeter than sugar, hotter than spice. We need no water, no, need no water. You so nice, I gotta say it twice. You don't wanna fall in love with you, it's so easy, girl. Now you're so hot, yeah, you're extraordinary. When you move your body, when you make me feel so high, we gotta shake that thing, make it swing, gotta you're so hot today, when we day. One of his squeezy just like lemonade. Girl, you're so hot today, it's holiday. One of his squeezy just like lemonade. Girl, you're so hot. Here we dipping, here we dipping, here we dipping, girl. Hot today. Girl, you're sweeter than the honey, girl, you're hotter than the pepper. I'm in love. Anytime I see you, bust a wine on the sweet rubber dove. Girl, you're sweeter than the honey, girl, you're hotter than the pepper. I'm in love. Anytime I see you, bust a sweat on the sweet rubber dove. Hey, girl, it's so hot. Yes, it's so hot. Yes, you know it's hotter than the soup and the. But the back, girl, you're so fresh. Yes, you're so fresh. Better than the older them, you better than the. But the red reps, girl, it's so hot. Yes, it's so hot. Hotter than the super that are boiling on the pot. Hey, hey, girl, you're so fresh. Yes, your body fresh. You're fresh, you're fresh, you're fresh. You're fresh. So cool, so cool, so cool, so cool. You're fresh, you're fresh, you're fresh, you're fresh. So cool, so cool, so cool, so cool. Don't you know you are the sunshine?
see you on a Monday. Wanna call you on a Tuesday. Wanna hold you on a Wednesday. Think about you on a Thursday. Sweet drinks on a Friday. Go out dance on a Saturday. Wanna stay in bed with you on Sunday. Just because. And don't you know you are the sunshine? And don't you know you are the blue sky? And don't you know you are the good times? And don't you know you are the reason why I love? The reason why I love. I think about you in the morning. Can't get you out of my head. Just like my favorite song, the new hit song. You are my mind every day. I love you when the sun is shining. I don't even know if it's raining. I love you in the cold winter. Right through fall, spring and summer, girl. My summer, summer girl. My summer, summer girl. And don't you know you are the sunshine? And don't you know you are the blue sky? And don't you know you are the good time? And don't you know you are the reason why I love? The
It's New Music Mondays, and now you can see how what I was talking about with the vibe, how the vibe is a little more mellow on this one. But the reason this one caught my ear was because this is like the only true singing song on the album. It's called Sunshine. Album's called Special Request. All courtesy of Chinese Man Records out of, I believe, France is where they're based. And, you know, there's a lot of versatility on this album. You should go check it out. There's a link on the Shockwave blog. It'll be out by Wednesday. I always put a link when the album is good. I just put a link to the whole album instead of just particular songs. Obviously, Hot Today was a little more upbeat, up-tempo, good vibes. And you know the great thing about New Music Monday, what the difference is between New Music Mondays and Shockwave is we have a second opinion.
Yeah, I really like that artist. I was thinking the first thing that came to my mind, what's the name of the first song? It's called Hot Today? Hot Today. Yeah, when you played that song, the first thing that came to mind was the slang tang rhythm with that bass line, and like, you know, it reminds you of like playing video games in the early 90s, like, you know, Super Mario Brothers or something like that. I love that sound. So that's what kind of reminded me of that vibe. Yeah. So if you don't know, the sling tang rhythm was like the first all digitally produced rhythm, I believe. I can't remember. Do you remember the year? It was 86 or something. It was in the 80s. Yeah, it just has a great sound. I love that like original sound.
Yes, I would agree with you there, as I normally do. Well, we got 2 songs from the next album from Mr. Singing Melody called The Next Chapter. And then we're going to feature a song each from 2 other new albums, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And we'll wrap up my side, and I'll going to return the favor today. I get to play the music for C-Lioness today, whereas normally she was doing it for me when I was, you guys didn't know, but I was stuck in Nicaragua for 6 months because of the pandemic. So, but that was fun. Just was kind of rough in other ways, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, so I play the music for you.
Yeah. So Next Chapter is the brand new album from Singing Melody. And the thing that has always carried Singing Melody through, regardless, from day one when I was hearing him sing over songs, was his voice, the talent, the God-given gift that he has. This new album is a little more, diverse or versified, so to speak. You know, he's a great singer, and there's definitely some reggae. There's lovers rock. There's a little dance hall, if I remember correctly. I think there's even Afro beats on this album. He even has a guest appearance from Teddy Riley, the New Jack Swing, the guy who invented that style of R&B back in the early 90s. There's a couple other people that make it on this album. Whittier, I don't know the legend, I don't know that, but and another guy named Bukuku. And these are the kind of songs, those songs seem to have a little bit more of that crossover sound that, like we were talking earlier about the promo-only stuff, it might make it there. But these are my two favorite songs off of the album, and they're a little more up-tempo, but they're kind of like on that verge of reggae dancehall tempo, but it's Mr. Melody doing what Mr. Melody does best, and he does his best is when he's talking on and singing about love. This one's called No Love. DJ C-Lioness on Lanzo on your radio. It's New Muzik Mondays.
Watch you know. I feel it to my heart and soul. I hope you feel it too. Seems like we're on way to destruction. I want one. Tell me now. No love, no love. You see it every day. No love, that is all I see. People are killing each other for us. No love, no love for humanity. They wanna where the loving gone. Tell me where the feelings gone. Tell me where the art of love day, where mankind express. Yeah. Tell me where the brother love day. We wanna where the sister love gone. Tell me if I saw we are gonna live till thine kingdom come. Whoa. It's not a gift nor a but or maybe. Say the world is in trouble and it's crazy. Tell me what we gonna do, what we gonna say to save we. Oh, I see wickedness coming a higher place. Oh Lord, look what they've done to the human race. Yeah. No love, no love, no love. That is all I see. That is all I see. No love, no love for humanity. Look at humanity. No love, no love. That is all I feel. All I feel. No love, no love. Yeah. I'm watching your action and I see your reaction. Seems like you want to start a war, another world war. But it's not about the battle, it's the love you used to tackle, so you can take away the wars and scars of tomorrow. Look at the love in our hearts God gave we, and we take it and abuse it, it's crazy. Why would a big man raping the babies and taking the life of the ladies? Oh, I see wickedness comes in a higher place, yeah. Look what they have done to the human race. Oh, Lord. No love, no love, no love. That is all I see. That is all I see. No love, no love for humanity. No love, no love, no love. That is all I feel. No love, no love, no love, no love. Just what I see. No love, no love, no love for humanity. No love for humanity. No love. This is how we live in. It's all I feel. No love, no love, yeah. No love for humanity. Killing each other every day so easily. Life worth nothing at all in this time, yeah. Man, we kill it for less than a shilling, even a dime. So tell me, where is the love? Where is the love? That is all I see. Where is the love? Where is the love? No love, no love, no love. That is all I feel. This is how we live it. No love. Now let's put our hands together and clap for redemption. No love, no love. My people. No love, that is all I see. Remember that there's a living God that we serve. No love for humanity. And he's watching us. You really wanted me, but we were just a friend, and everyone could see that they say that we were meant to be, but baby, honestly, didn't know it was destiny. Oh, baby, it started off when we were 16 on your birthday. That sexy dress you wore, sun comes up next morning, rain a fall and she get the feeling. I got to call it the sexual healing. So hold me, let me whisper softly.
It's New Music Mondays, Lanzo on your radio, alongside DJ C-Lioness. And, of course, this is from the brand new album, The Next Chapter, Mr. Singing Melody. This is definitely the best dancehall track on the album, called Wanting Me. Now, is it one of the best tracks? It's definitely one of the better. There's another one called Give Thanks that I liked. It's more of a reggae song. So we played another one earlier, No Love. We've got two albums, two songs left from two different albums. We're going to get into the Mystic Revealers, but I wanted to talk about the next album because I guess we could talk about it afterwards. So I'll talk about Mystic Revealers. This is actually their first new original album in over 20 years. They have put one together that was kind of a compilation of some of their greatest hit called Crucial Cuts. And what was interesting is the cover had a surfing cover, and many people don't know that Billy Mystic, the lead singer for the Mystic Revealers, Billy Wilmot, is a very avid and one of the earliest surfers, not the first, but the one that has kind of taken the throne and kind of spearheaded surfing in Jamaica, has a surf camp, and people go down there and surf. And I believe our partner here has gone down there. The album is good. It's going to be in this week's blog as well on Shockwave. There are a lot of good songs. This is the title track and one of my favorites called Jaja People on New Music Mondays.
Jaja People. Well, I don't really care what you say behind my back. It's my life that I am living, and I'm sealing every crack. And it's your love that I'm bringing from the beginning in all my singing. People, Selassie, will keep on the track. Jaja People, don't study no evil, 'cause terrible would be that price you'd have to pay. Jaja People, just try and keep it simple. Clean and pure in heart will be the only way. And I don't really care about who you think you are. I don't care about your big house or about your fancy car. Better make sure that life you're living, all about giving from the beginning. Like I'm singing, Selassie, he's my guiding star. So Jaja People, don't study no evil, 'cause terrible would be that price you'd have to pay. So Jaja People, just try and keep it simple. Clean hands and pure in heart will be the only way. And I know mommy would cry if you gave your life away. Tears be coming down her face every time she think about that day. And I know that she'd be willing from the beginning, pay for the killing with her last shilling, to give you a chance to live again. Jaja People, don't study no evil, 'cause terrible would be that price you'd have to pay. Well, Jaja People, just try and keep it simple. Clean hands and pure in heart will be the only way. And don't you wait until that final trumpet sound, 'cause by then it's gonna be much too late to turn your dirty life around. Better make sure that the one you're living is all about giving from the beginning. Like we're singing, Selassie, he's the only way. Jaja People, don't study no evil, 'cause terrible would be that price that you'd have to pay. Well, Jaja People, I beg you keep it simple. Clean Judgment Day. There's only one way, yes, to Zion, and I know is the way that Rastafari say that I should go. One way to Mount Zion. That is the only way. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let's say the Rastafari. Yeah. Oh, that girl, that pretty girl, yeah. That natural girl, that Nubian girl, yeah. That sexy lady, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That girl is mine. She's mine, yeah. Natural clean clothes, no be filter for Instagram. See my baby, I got me lost in wow, see me out. Yeah, the lipstick, Lily jeans in my biscuit. I saw what in the day wicked. Oh boy, you and she not see nobody else. Oh, that girl, that pretty girl, yeah. That natural girl, that Nubian girl, yeah. That sexy lady, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That girl is mine. She's mine, oh yeah. She said she love my things, no be the money alone. So she give me love times two. She know they give me body alone. I get key to the corner. She say make her come inside. Oh, scared no me pay no kuma. Oh, gala you any day you me to my hair. Oh, that girl, that pretty girl, yeah. That natural girl, that Nubian girl, yeah. That sexy lady, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That girl is mine. She's mine, yeah. Oh baby, wine, baby, show them, yeah, yeah. You full of style, wanna show them, yeah. Smile, girl, show them, yeah. You know you run this dance, yeah. Oh, that girl, that pretty girl, yeah. That natural girl, that Nubian girl, yeah. That sexy lady, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That girl is mine. She's mine, yeah. Girl is mine, yeah. Yeah, for the way they go, mine, yeah. She's mine, yeah.
New Music Mondays, Lanzo, DJ C-Lioness. Hey, that girl is mine. Don't touch her. Mr. Samini and his latest album is called Untamed, a great album produced by Loud City. I believe they're out of Seattle. And I think, you know, I have been coming across like all this music that says it's African reggae, it's African dancehall, and it's not what I really call reggae or dancehall. Now, this album is a reggae dancehall album without a doubt, but I stopped. It got to the point where I just stopped. Something that said African or Ghana or Zimbabwe or maybe Zimbabwe dancehall. Zim dancehall is a thing for sure. But like the rest of the places, if it says it's reggae, dancehall, 90% of the time I'm not going to listen to it unless there's something in there that's really going to catch me. You know, and they've been doing it for a while and saying that, and it's coming up at searches, and I don't know. I just don't hear a whole lot that is true reggae or dancehall, in my opinion. Now, the exception to the rule is this man, Samini. The Untamed album is great. All reggae, all dancehall, what I call reggae and dancehall. And I'm not telling people what they have, whatever they call isn't. It's just for my liking, for my taste, and that's all it is. You know, I'm just voicing my opinion. That's what it always comes. That's what all of this is. I mean, some people could go in and not like any of this, and that's fine. I'm just trying to create an outlet for people that maybe have the same taste. But Ghana and in Zimbabwe have been the two biggest African countries that have been producing reggae, and dancehall. Shatta Wale, and of course, Stone Boy. But a lot of what they say isn't what I still consider. I guess I'm still from the old school of Jamaican reggae and dancehall. That's kind of what I'm looking at or looking for, so to speak, you know. But this album has a lot of good songs. I mean, most of them are good, or if not all of them. This is one of my favorite. I actually played this one on a Reggae Sundays about a week or two ago. You know, the review is there. It's from October 5th in Shockwave, if you want to check it out on our website. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say, but that one kind of has like a more of a up-tempo, good vibe, Girl Is Mine, but there's lots of other good ones on there, and I encourage you to go and listen to it. And they even actually have a couple songs that are very African but are very reggae at the same time. So anyway, if you'd like to comment on that, please do. If not, you can take us right into, we're going to move into C-Lioness' segment.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. I was feeling that vibe. I remember when you played that Samini track on Reggae Sundays radio. I like it for sure. And I do think it has that, I mean, you can safely call that reggae. Okay, so for my songs, one of the first ones I picked was this new tune, Black Carbon featuring Chronics by Akibeka. So you guys know the great Vaughn Benjamin. You know, he's voicing this track. His brother, who he formed the Akibeka project with, is, you know, put out this track featuring Chronics. It's a beautiful song. I think you guys will like it. I know a lot of, you know, the Culture Shock DJs have been feeling it, and I know a lot of you guys are feeling it too. So go ahead, please select run that tune.
My son, your son, listen. This is our place, under the sun. The whole thing a designated solar system. There's a little humor in the equation. My son, your son, listen. This is our place, under the sun. What is your root of a standing of relevance? Of our this life become as predominantly here other hydrocarbons. Every living organism is made of carbon. That's the you mentioned in the word human. The blackness of oil is fire one. The blackness of coal is heat is on. From the blackness of coal, exquisite diamond. Replicated photocopy through getting carbon. See the same thing on your receipt, on your check and stub. Talking baby and the you have to write it down.
That's how we say humanity celestial. 6 protons, 6 neutrons and 6 electrons. So now make them split your mentality, go win election. Each nation have to rise up, lifting the next one. Cause all are we forward from the same carbon. Every tint and every shade, all color variation. Volcano, Europe, lava splash, create land. Streams of fire flow deep beneath the ocean. Fibonacci symbols, carbon printing everything from the side up through the root, them where the fruit has stem from. Yeah, reflection, all are we forward from the same carbon.
My son, your son, listen. This is our place under the sun. The whole thing a designated solar system. There's a little humor in the equation. My son, your son, listen. This is our place under the sun. What is the root of a standing of relevance? I address the delusion, hurting all iration that brought it tangibility and illusion. Some will see them from a place of non-existence, while they carry out a purge of planet reduction. Yes, a mindset of a process of elimination, involving psychology and bombs and guns. The heaviest weapon is information. Deadliest weapon is information.
Same carbon, some try to demonize our land. Like they're doing to ISIS and everything that is African. But them show up on TV station. Inside fear and drive more division. Poison the youths and talk about a natural selection. Nano technology software injection. Bio warfare, psychological warfare. Yeah. Oh, Rastafari, could you be my peace of mind? Yeah, bio warfare, psychological warfare. Yeah. Oh, Rastafari.
Oh, stamina the building. Put spice on the seasoning. We alone can start the engine. Rest and love up your body, yeah. I'm a lion, yeah. Let me touch your button and get your engine start. Lion, yeah. Me love the vibe you give me, lion heart. High energy, then me feet on it, me put me thoughts. Me lion, yeah. You are real lion heart. The alpha and omega, matriarch, the patriarch. Lion, yeah. So when you go so, lion heart. River night, I feel part. Laugh me a laugh, come here, but when my want her, watch how she a sweat. Giggle, she a giggle, cause she like it. Watch a big smile on her face where she at. Chuckle me a chuckle, cause she buck up something where she not gonna regret. Me love it when me lioness can electric. A little elegance with a little erratic. Nothing no easy to catch like old fire stick. Gonna make me fingertips them work the magic. So many places for your body to ravage. Arrow to the heart, no shoot them. I'm a lion, yeah. Tell me you want my lion heart. Let me touch your button and get your engine start. Lion, yeah. Me love the vibe you give me, lion heart. High energy, and me feet on it, they put me thoughts. Me lion, yeah. You are real lion heart. The alpha and omega, matriarch, the patriarch. Lion, yeah. So when you go so, lion heart. River night, I feel part. Like a lizard on a stem. The data squeeze you tighter than a full minivan. Tina did a look, you know she want be my friend. Enough of them want me man, but him no want none of them. I love his meditation, love his mind. I want to build a strong foundation over time. Not till you lead it, never shine line. Mix the sativa with the roots wine. Star, you're my lion, tell me you are my lion heart. Let me touch your button and get your engine start. Lion, me love the vibe you give me, lion heart. My energy, and me feet on it, me put me thoughts. My lion, you are real lion heart. The alpha and omega, matriarch, the patriarch. Lion, so when you go so, lion heart. River night, I feel part. We've got a good thing song. They make up everything, then can't fight it on. Then tell me how this song.
All right, that's an artist known as The Real Storm. That tune featuring Junior Kelly is called Lionheart. I love this artist. She is originally from Jamaica. I was just looking, St. Catherine, Jamaica. Looks like she might be based in the U.S. right now, but this is a up-and-coming artist. I really like her. First introduced me actually on Reggae Sundays Radio. Selecta Archer played Angry Beast rhythm, and she's on that rhythm with a tune called Angry Beast, which is also great. I love that rhythm and that song. But yeah, she's a super cool artist, and I love her sound. She has like a really rich voice. What do you think?
I'd have to hear more to give an honest opinion. I like this of the Angry Beast and this one. I like this one better. And it's not necessarily because it was Junior Kelly. It felt like the delivery was stronger on this one, was the first thing I noticed between the two. And a little bit more energy, more vibe. But in order to, obviously it didn't catch me right off the bat. That's why I'd say for me to give an honest opinion, I'd need to hear more.
Yeah, she has a new EP out, so you can hear more by checking the rest of that out. So the next song we wanted to play is by Mellow Mood. They're a band out of Italy. They're artists out of Italy. And the song is called Mr. Global. It's featuring Kabaka Pyramid.
Well, in comes the thinker. Wow. Kabaka Pyramid alongside Mellow Mood. Yes, Parker. Big bad combination. Each and every radio station. Tell me some global this.
Mr. Global, Mr. Global, I bet you have to give free with songs. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, too busy putting all man down. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, lies you a tell too long. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, too busy putting all man down. Mr. Global have to face and them a go on like them a enemies. But both of them obey the same liberalist legacy. Them never touch the root of the problem with them recipes. Same scorn for the people, silver remedies. Globalists spoil the colonies and make the people want go. Claim say them so welcoming, move people like a cargo. But what them a go get you so nothing because your plans so poor man along with poor man that tie your favorite town. Me say you turn big man, what make you let go your mouth and tell I legion. Everybody equal at that for your slogan, but equal to what when you not care about no one. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, I bet you have to give free with songs. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, too busy putting all man down. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, lies you a tell too long. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, too busy putting all man down. Mr. Global, you know innocent at all and we see it. Instead of bridge you build a fence. Wall man are free of the refugee, them in a tent. A ball and a bleed. When they beg you to come in, them all a fall on them knees. But you still not listen them. You just build the prison them and people with them different color skin. You fill it up with them and have the nerve to tell we say you're not racist. You same one put all my people on slave ships. Then economically underdeveloped with just because of jealousy. You're capturing my culture, now you're marketing my melodies and little misdemeanors. Now you're charging us with felonies. I have to burn the fire for the hell of it. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, I bet you have to give free with songs. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, too busy putting all man down. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, lies you a tell too long. Mr. Global, Mr. Global, too busy putting all man down. A long time on a DJ in a dance. A long time on a chant in a dance. Me come for nice up the area. Me come for nice up Jamaica. But watch a check. Dance off sell off. Dance off the cock. Liquor sell off. Georgie wine sell off. People really see it and have to laugh. Oh Lord. Promoter and his eyes and have to laugh. Oh them laugh. Cha la 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 la. Cha la 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 la. Born and grow in Jamaica. No matter where me go, me nah left ya. Me say me nah left Jamaica. Not at all. Me coulda never left Jamaica. In comes King Kabaka, lyrical champion. Watch me chop up the rhythm like a sword from Japan. So bright and for squint like a real Chinese man. Practitioner of yoga but not Indian. Lyrics them a weapon of mass destruction. Me have nuclear bomb like a American. Can't overstand like a Egyptian. I'm a glyphic when me ship it to the fifth dimension. The chat on the rhythm that up in me religion. You get twist up and flat up like a Brazilian. Pile off your face with the mic in my hand. Then me sip a cup of tea like me come from England. A long time on a DJ in a dance. A long time on a chant in a dance. Me come for nice up the area. Me come for nice up Jamaica. But watch your check. Dance off the bar. Dance on sell off. Liquor sell off. Georgie wine sell off. People really see it and have to laugh. Oh Lord. Promoter and his height and have to laugh. Oh them laugh. Cha la 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 la. Cha la 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 la.
All right, it's New Music Mondays. That's Kabaka Pyramid with Nice Up the Dance. And that's a big tune. Kabaka Pyramid's been coming out with so many new tunes lately. Big artists. I think I saw a post he put on Instagram. He said 50 new songs within the last year, something like that. So personally, my favorite is Nice Up the Dance, one of the most recent tunes that he's come out with. Because for me, it's really like upbeat, positive, like makes you want to dance. Like it's got that classic like roots reggae, like it's the real rock return rhythm, kind of vibe. And so that's one of my favorites that he's put out so far, for sure. What do you think of that track?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, when you do a song over, you really have to do it better, or you have to add something to it. And I think he doesn't do it better, but he definitely adds something to it. There's a whole album of dancehall anthems coming out. I've seen 2 or 3 of them, and his is on one of them. But I've heard a couple of the other songs, and so far what I've heard, this is one of the better ones. But that's my whole thing. If you're going to do something, you got to do it as good, if not better, or you got to add something to it. Because what's the sense of doing it if it's not going to be as good or better? Why would people even listen to it? But, getting to the point of Kabaka, I mean, he's got lots of stuff. He's got quite a few that are his, but I think he has even more where he's being featured.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was just agreeing, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's, one of those sought-after artists to collaborate with, for sure. He adds that fire to his tracks, like the one we just heard with Mellow Mood. That was a great collaboration. I love that kind of, again, you've got a Jamaican artist, Italian artist, so it's a great, collaboration. So, is that the last tune? Yeah. Okay.
What, anything you see coming out that you're looking forward to hearing, because a lot of times that's going to be the stuff that we may feature here on New Music Mondays.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what, I mean, there's small artists that I follow with like new tunes that have come out. Like, I was excited about the King Charles, track that came out with Xavier Black, Atlanta-based DJ and producer. But, like as far as what's in the pipeline, I mean, I kind of like him, it caught me off guard. I can't think right this second. I feel like you have some in mind.
Well, I know you were looking forward to the Jazz Elise, and, because she got signed to, she's with Indignation, she's the next one coming out of the pirate to RCA, so I figured maybe you're going to look forward to that album, or I don't know if there's something else like that. I know Kali Buzz is working on an album. That's not officially released. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. I know some rhythms that are coming out that aren't releasing till November 7th, later in November. There's lots of stuff happening, but it's just something to look forward to. That's what we do on New Music Mondays. It's an extension of Shockwave, but it has 2 opinions instead of just one. So hope you enjoy it. You can check us out on all platforms under Culture Shock. Lanso and
C-Lioness.
We love you.